We are about to share with you how you can build a successful business. Welcome back, my friend, to another episode of Mindset Movers. Today I got a good friend, Terry Keevan, here with me. Terry grew up with me in Ferguson, and he is 35 years old and the owner of STL Print Company, which he built it from scratch, and they have been around for 10 plus years, and they are the second largest screen printing company in St. Louis. Terry, my friend, tell me how you got into this business and how you built it up to where it is now.
When I was 16 years old, no, when I was 15, I dropped out of high school, and when I was 16, I took a job screen printing at a print shop, and worked my way up through there, and then at some point, I think I was 23 years old, I tried to, 21, something like that, I tried to start my own company, and I realized real quick that I couldn't. You don't have any assets, you have no collateral, no nothing. And so instead I bought a house in a specific area that was coming up about 10% a year, and I figure after a handful of years I'll have enough equity in the home that I could borrow against that, and that's what I did. So when I was 24, I was able to take I had $33,000 of equity in my house, and I took a loan out against that before the whole bubble thing. It was in '07, and a $10,000 credit card started St. Louis Print Company, and it was scary as shit. It started out, I quit my job about 3 weeks before my wife was getting ready to go on maternity leave, and she told me she didn't want to go back to work. So I knew I couldn't make it on my own salary, and so versus just slowly sinking, I said fuck it, quit my job too, started Keevan Promotions actually, and worked out of my basement, and would set up a little office in my basement. Didn't even have a computer. I would just scroll through the yellow pages and try to find clientele, sell t-shirts, pins, tchotchkes, banners. And after about 6 months of that, I got a location, changed the name to St. Louis Print Company, and yeah, because we actually did that in '06. So in '07 is when we actually changed the name to St. Louis Print Company. And our first year in 2007, I think we grossed $204,000, and I'd cry right now if that's what we did in a month. So so it's grown to something that we didn't think ever would, but it was nuts. Yeah, it was crazy, scary as fuck.
Yeah.
And having kids and already owning a home and all that, and already being somewhat established, and then just to risk it all just to start a business.
How did that play on your psyche with having all this risk that you're taking, all this financial risk and debt that you're going into to pursue your dreams? How did that play on your psyche?
Well, the thing is I was only making about $42,000 a year. My wife was making about 20, so we only had to keep the standard of living up. We only had to make about $60-some odd thousand a year. Whereas a lot of guys, they work corporate jobs, making 6 figures, and then they go, well, fuck this corporate thing, I'm going to start my own small business. But to keep up with that $3,000-4,000 mortgage they already have, the lifestyle, driving the Mercedes and this, and then thinking they're going to start a small business and do really well and keep up with that lifestyle it would be a lot harder to do. My lifestyle was much smaller than that. So it was a little easier, and all I tried to do was make up for the income that I was making, and as long as I could do that, I was happy. I never had any intentions of growing the company to what it is. Even 5 years in, I had no intentions of doing that. I just wanted to make $60,000 a year. Wow. That was it. That was it. And stay in my little 900 square foot home and drive my little Ford, and that was it. And then it just grew to something that it was just beyond. I couldn't help it. It just kept growing. Because when you do certain things every single day, you have no choice but to succeed. And since I kept doing those things every day, year after year, it just kept growing and growing and growing and growing. And it was just like, holy fuck. I had no fucking idea.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to show you how to build a successful business.
Welcome back. So we've been talking about how you can build a successful business. Now, Terry, out of all your capabilities and talents that you have, what is your X factor for your success? What is your go-to that's enabled you to build this successful business that you have?
Believe it or not, my work ethic. I mean, I say believe it or not because my employees now will tell you that's full of shit. I'm full of shit. But I do whatever it is that I have to do to make it happen. And the fact that I am willing to constantly self-educate myself. If I don't know about something, I'm going to learn about it. But yeah, my work ethic is, yeah, my friends would laugh if they heard me say that. But there was a point when it was strong. It still is. It's just fucking, I do what I need to do to keep it going. I do no more.
Right. Well, you built it up to that area now where you can actually sit back and enjoy the lifestyle.
Right. And then I hire the right people. You know what? That's probably it. Because I don't want to work all the time, I hire the right people and I pay the right salaries to make sure, you know, if you want good people, you've got to fucking pay them well, or they're going to leave, or you're never even going to get them. I know a lot of small business people that just can't fathom the thought of the salaries that I pay. And I pay it because, fuck, if it's either that or I'm going to be there doing the job. And I'm going to do it very poorly because I got other things I have to do as well. So, you know, that's a big thing. I'm not afraid to invest in my employees.
What gives you your drive to do what you do, and better yet, why do you do what you do?
I grew up in Ferguson, where you did.
Fergtown, yay yay!
And it's a poor fucking area. I grew up poor, but I didn't know any better. That's just all I knew, so I thought everyone lived that way. And it wasn't until I was in my early 20s, like teens, I realized, fuck, no, this isn't the way people live. And so when I started getting a little piece of a taste of what it was like to actually be able to buy the cars you want, you don't have to live in Ferguson. You can move out and live somewhere else. Cost more money, but you can do that. You can go to the restaurants you want instead of going to where you can afford. Once I started getting a piece of that, I didn't ever want to turn back. So it scares the shit out of me to think that, what if one day I lose it all and I go back to that lifestyle? So I'm constantly, all the time, investing, not only in my business, but in retirement funds and other investments and real estate and all these things, because I want to make sure this never fucking gets pulled out from underneath me. That keeps me going. That scares me more than anything, is that I've created such a good life for myself, my wife, and my children, and now we all know it. You know, I always say ignorance is bliss. You know, the Andy Frisellas of the world, I always, you know, my buddy said, why ain't you like him, man? He's always talking about fucking just blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, fuck, man, that's a lot of work what he's talking about doing. and I know he drives Lamborghinis and all these things, but ignorance is bliss. I don't know what it's like living that lifestyle, so I don't fucking miss it. If I hung out with him long enough, I'd probably go, holy shit, and then I'd probably step my game up and try to live that way. But as long as I don't know about it, right, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. And I mean, and there's so much truth to that. There's truth to that for me, where I'm at. But you know, I don't want to go back because I know. I fucking know what it's like. And my kids, my wife, now we all know what it's like to live this life versus being broke and poor and going to the food pantry and all that, like we've done. And since I know, I don't ever want to go back, and that's what keeps driving me. And that's a lot of people, they won't try to get to the next level because ignorance is bliss. They have no fucking clue the shit that is available to them. All they know is poor. All they know is this. They say think life sucks, this and that. It really doesn't. Life is fucking awesome.
Beautiful.
But if you don't know that, you're okay with where you're at and you just think this is what it is. Life sucks and then you die. And I used to think that way until I realized it doesn't.
Right.
Life's fucking awesome. I wish I was never going to die because I just don't want it to end.
Amen.
And that's what keeps me going. Is I don't want to give up the lifestyle that I currently have, whether that be the financial situation I'm in, but also the time, the freedom to do what I want, when I want, talk how I want, say what I want, dress how I want, and not give a shit what anyone thinks. Maybe the guy up the street wears a suit every day. I don't give a fuck. You know, he has to do that. I don't have to. I wear my t-shirts. Fuck, most people I bet think I'm a fucking bum when they meet me. I mean, my fucking shirts are stained up. My shorts have holes in them. I think I replace my shorts every 5 years, you know, because I can do that. I can do whatever I want.
Be comfortable.
Yeah, I have the freedom to do what I want. I don't have anybody telling me what to dress, how to dress, what to say, how to act. I do my own thing.
How do you take a business from good to great? How do you get it, like you got your business going, but how did you get it to the next level to where you're getting these accolades and these Entrepreneurs of the Year awards? And
well, you have to understand, I still own a very, very, very small business. It's a very small business. We have 40-something employees, still considered small business. For my industry, it's big, because most people in my industry don't get to the level we're at. But in the big scheme of things, we have a very small business, and I understand that. You know, I know people who are doing 15 million a year, who are doing 100 million a year. Their companies are doing that, and they're still small businesses. I have a very, very, very small business, so I wouldn't say we're a great business. I would say we've kept it going this long. Getting it to where it is now, you know, again, in the beginning, it was fucking lots of hard work. It's still a lot of hard work, but it's nothing like it used to be. And then for me, I took a chance on just being myself. I promote within my own industry who we are, how we are. I don't hide the fact that me and a lot of my employees are covered in tattoos, that we're beer drinking, partying motherfuckers. I print T-shirts, promotional T-shirts, and send them out to potential clients with women with their titties hanging out. I mean cleavage hanging out, and they're holding fucking AR-15s and holding guitars and shit like that. And that was kind of risky to do that. But I thought, you know, in the industry I'm in, I don't think it fucking matters. And so I promote the lifestyle that I live, and it fucking works. Because I'm an honest motherfucker. I was on the phone with this company today. This guy, you should have seen him. He was going to give us all this business. He wants to come down, meet me, blah, blah. You ought to see when they walk these fucking people into my office. These guys in their polos and their slacks, and then they come in and they want to talk to the owner, and they see me in my smoke-filled fucking office. They're like, you got to be shitting me. This fucking guy? Yeah. I mean, you can always see it in their eyes, like, I'm talking to the wrong fucking person. You know? But no, this is who they've been talking to all fucking week.
Right.
And then they actually meet me, and they're just floored. What the fuck?
Right.
If they would have met me first, they probably would just move on to the next deal.
Yeah. Dude, I totally get that, man, because there's so many times where when I'm getting ready to approach somebody, they immediately look at me and they think like I'm a mean person because I got tattoos or something, I don't know, or that I'm uneducated in some sense, and then they get to talk to me like, and this guy's got a great personality, listens to other people, and he's funny or whatever, and it throws them off, you know, and it's funny, I say people walk in your office, they're like, this can't be the fucking guy I've been talking to on the phone. There ain't no way he built this business.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I get that a lot. So, yeah.
That is awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to dive deeper on how you can build a successful small business. Welcome back to the final segment of this episode where we're showing you how to build a successful small business. Terry, I always like to ask people this question. What would you tell a young person, 18 to 21 years old, or someone just in general looking to start their own business for the first time? What's the best advice you can give someone?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Just run away.
I cannot tell you how many people I come in contact with, young, old, the whole gamut of ages, that ask, hey, I got this idea or this, or I got this product and blah, 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 blah. I mean, dozens and dozens and dozens over the years. 99 times out of 100, they shouldn't do it. It's ridiculous, some of these ideas I hear, where they think they're going to do it like there's an easy way to it, and they're going to take some sort of shortcut or something. Like, not only do you have to have a good product and or service. It has to be excellent. It has to be. But that's just the beginning. Then, if nobody knows how good it is, it doesn't fucking matter. You can have the best goddamn widget in the world, but if you're the only one that fucking knows, you ain't selling any of those fucking things. So you have to understand marketing. You have to understand management. And a big thing is you have to understand finance. Fucking money. You can't look at your account and go, fuck, I got $120,000 in this bank account right now. And then think you're going to go to Vegas or some shit. Some people do. Or they buy a fucking car or a bigger home, and they don't even, it blows my fucking mind that they think that money is theirs. They gotta fucking pay staff and pay rent and all the other expenses, and then they gotta pay taxes on whatever they do decide to take, which is usually about 33% or so. It blows my fucking mind how many people go out of business just because they don't understand money in general and the finances of it. You have to be, as the business owner, the small business owner, you have to be well-rounded in every one of those things. Marketing, the customer service, fucking finance, bookkeeping, all this shit. You have to know all this shit. You have to know it very, very well. It's not good enough, like I said, just to have a great product or service. But that's where you start. If you don't even have a great product or service, then you're fucking done before you even start. Again, you can't have one without the other. You can't be great at marketing. Okay, fine. Now everyone knows about your widget. And then they buy it, and it's the shittiest widget ever. Well, now you're out of business. It all has to work. It all has to be the best of the best of the best. The best that you can come up with. And don't be afraid to spend money on marketing. Or on the right, for us it was the right equipment. A lot of screen printers don't want to spend money on the good equipment, or I love this one. So many business people, and I've written an article about this. It got published a while back. They try to save money by building their own websites. I've had so many business owners come into my office and go, okay, so here's the thing, man, check out my website. And I'm like, you built this? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell. It looks like fucking shit. Well, what do you think you're going to do with this thing? Because this is how you're going to get the majority of your business. Oh, well, man, dude, they want $5,000, blah, blah, blah. SEO, what the fuck? I ain't paying some asshole fucking $500 a month for some SEO. I don't even know if he's doing anything for it. Well, you got to fucking do it. You got to. And business owners, like a lot of people, you don't want to pay for something that you can't hold in your hands. You can't see it, okay? So SEO, for instance. People go, fuck, I just don't want to pay for that because I don't know if my search engine optimization guy is actually doing any fucking thing. And then if nothing happens over the first month or 2 or 3, then they freak out. And
oh, the hell with it.
Yeah, it's like a 6-month commitment minimum. And then, I mean, you got to keep that shit going. They don't want to pay money for marketing. Oh, I love this one too. This one comes up. Do you do any sort of email blasting or anything? Oh yeah, I blast all my contacts in my email list. I blast them every week or every month. So no shit. Well, so all you're doing is reminding the people you already know that you're still there. What about getting new names? Well, how do I do that? Well, there's companies out there that do that, target marketing and stuff that do this with I forget the name of it, the e-blast. Constant contact, and then they look and they'll go, fuck, dude, that shit costs money. Well, yeah, motherfucker. Anything worth having costs money. But, you get, what I found is, like, with marketing is you get what you pay for. So if you fucking pay nothing, you get nothing. But if you're willing to, you pay, oh my God, I can't pay $2,000 for an email blast. Why not? Well, it's just $2,000 fucking dollars. Yeah, but what if it's going to give you $100,000 in return? Yeah, but what if it doesn't? You guys just can't even talk to these people. So over the years, I quit. I don't talk to as many people as I used to about these things because I already know. It's going to go in one ear, out the other. They're going to come back to me a year later and go, yeah, it didn't work out because X, Y, Z. And then I can tell them, no, it didn't work out because of you. Because you're too fucking scared to make a move, you know, and to spend a few bucks. You have to do those things, you know. So I would say self-educate on everything that it takes to start a business. Read all these books about people who've done it already. And talk to as many older and wiser people that you can. When I was in my teen years, I knew I wanted to start a business, and but these entrepreneurs that I looked up to, they wouldn't have anything to do with me. A 17-year-old fucking punk kid, tattooed, nose ring, the whole thing. They wouldn't fucking talk to me. And so I found a church that had a lot of business people in it, and I found out that they met every like Tuesday morning at 5:30 at Breadco. There's a men's group. And then there's all these small business people in that group, or retired business people. And so I started going to that. Because that's church, right? Mm-hmm. They ain't going to kick me out of that fucking group. They had no fucking choice but to let me in. And fucking, I'm talking to these guys. You know? And we're talking the God thing and this, and I was a Christian back then. But it opened the door for me to tap them on the shoulder and go, hey, you own so-and-so, right? Let me ask you about this, blah, 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 blah. And that's how I got these older gentlemen to talk to a young tattooed punk like myself. And, you know, so talk to as many people who've been there as you can and read as many books as you can. I ain't talking about Harry Potter. I'm talking about read the business books, you know. Just read them.
Amen. So key takeaways on how to build a successful small business. 1, you got to have a good product and service. 2, you got to know marketing. 3, you got to know finance. 4, you got to hire the right people. And 5, self-education. That sound about right?
Yeah, and then you got to bust your ass. You're going to have to work your ass off. There's no fucking way around it. Again, even as a seasoned business owner, I thought I was going to get around that part. And on my second business, and I realized, oh no, there's no getting around that. Even for me, right? Nope, that wasn't going to work. I was going to have to bust my ass all over again, 15 hours a day. There was no way I was going to fucking do it. There's no way to get around that. There's
Nothing beats hard work, baby. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us here and dropping us some knowledge bombs here on how to build a successful business. Where can anybody get a hold of you if they want to get in contact with you for about some consulting or anything, or get a hold about your business?
If you go to our website, www.stlprintco.com, and there's a contact button. If they just click on that, those emails go straight to me.
Awesome. Alrighty, well, you heard it here first. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you on another episode.